Looking at the statistics, according to IFR, China will be the biggest market in a year, 2 years at the most. Um, Today, it's for all of you, it's a major market. What are the main differences in dealing with Chinese customers to dealing with customers in Europe or in Japan or in the US? Where are the differences today?
I think if we split the market in two, maybe first talk about the automotive. I think still the automotive market is less automated. I mean, we talked about the automation level in a body shop here being 98, 99%. I think still, so into a body shop line in Europe where we see maybe 6 to 800 robots going into a line, I think still we are more on the 50 to 100 robots level in China, specifically in the automotive sector, though it is coming up more and more. So I think we will see that developing. So I think there is a difference. I think in the non-automotive, I think we see faster development, more dynamics in the market, almost than we see in Europe today. They are building for different reasons. It could be image, it could be very, very difficult to find enough employees to actually keep up with the growth rates that are driving forces for heavily investing into robots.
So if we compare to the Japanese customer and also Chinese customer, maybe we need more engineering power to support the Chinese customer. Because Chinese customer, they want to invest such a robot automation, but they don't have the robot engineer. So in this case, we have to support everything to the Chinese customer. That is a problem. So we need some system integration capability in China. Japanese customer, they have, but the Chinese, in the case of China, they doesn't have. That is a bit different.
Yeah. I think Chinese customers has to be said, they're great customers. Very, very demanding, but also very rewarding. I think they really challenge us as suppliers to meet their requirements, which are very high, legitimately high. They are very demanding for the technology that they buy, and they pay on time. At least this is our experience. And I think for us, China is good news because they're very reliable business partners. And from that,
yeah, I think if you look at it, I mean, if you kind of take the discussion up a notch, I'll just speak from the United States perspective. So there's 12.5 million people who are in manufacturing in the United States. In China, there's 115 million. You know, so it's almost a 10-to-1 ratio of people who are actually in manufacturing in China as there are in the United States. If you then take the robot density of Japan and apply that ratio to the Chinese labor market, you'd end up with a number of 4 million robots or something that would be installed in China. So just by those numbers itself, it says that there has to be Chinese robot companies that will evolve out of those kind of numbers. I mean, it's just there's just no way. And given the government's propensity to try and help industries along that they consider to be important, there's no doubt that over some period of time, I don't know if it's 2 years, if it's 5 years, but somewhere in the future there will certainly be Chinese robot companies.
I think that's publicity. And also this article from Frank Taub, it's just publicity, just sells. Yeah. I mean, it's sexy to talk about, as you say, just it's good. It sells your magazines. But I think it's. I asked the question. I don't know the answer, but I think it's going to decide the timing by when we will see a Chinese competitor. If they're going to go for the mass volume, which is going to be automotive, spot welding, body shop, then they're going to find it awfully difficult to compete against the established robot suppliers. I don't see room where they could substantially take cost of the products in order to compete with us, or compete with the existing robot companies. They don't have the experience, so they might need to consider an acquisition. Do they buy that technology in the market? But of course, that is not so exciting to talk and write about. So people talk about assembly. No way are they going to go after assembling all of these applications at Foxconn because the product has a life of 2-3 months. I mean, who's ever going to invest that kind of money in peripheral equipment for the assembly? Obviously, here John and his company probably have some more flexible and intelligent solutions for that, but I think that's going to be very, very demanding for any robot supplier. So that's why I asked the question. It's just, it's going to, for me, it's going to decide the timing by when we will see a Chinese competitor sit here.